Have you ever tried French cheese? It's really tasty. In French, cheese is called fromage.
Du fromage,
Le fromage.
et du fromage.
Sur le fromage.
Tourte, fromage ou charcuterie.
Vietnamese speakers magically transformed this word to phô mai.
Là tour phô mai nhưng mà
Phô mai đang chạy làm món phô mai que, kem phô mai nó tan. Ăn phô mai gì?
The other way around, the Vietnamese name Nguyen
Vietnamien du Nord et Nguyen
is magically transformed by French speakers to Nguyen.
Nguyen, comme le prononce.
But we are not here to talk about why this name is so widespread, nor about the hype for French cheese. Rather, we are here to dive into the magic behind these striking pronunciation transformations of words. The main questions behind this research are: first, what happens to pronunciation when speakers of Vietnamese make use of French words and vice versa, French speakers make use of Vietnamese words? 2. Which sounds and sound patterns are difficult for Vietnamese speakers and which are so for French speakers, and why? 3. Finally, how do speakers get around these difficulties? In our thesis, we discovered that there are stable patterns, prosodic patterns. What means prosody? Basically, prosody is about pronunciation. Among others, this is about the organization of consonants and vowels into syllables. It's about intonation and about tone. The starting point of our research is how speakers adapt loanwords to Vietnamese. We found that first, speakers replace or delete consonants in a very systematic way. For instance, the last sound R in the word fromage is replaced by Y in phô mai. 2. As consonants cannot follow each other in Vietnamese, speakers put a vowel in between or delete one of them. In our example, the sound R in fromage gets deleted. Isn't this a clever workaround? 3. Speakers have also shifted syllable boundaries, doubled consonants, added specific tones to make French words suit better to Vietnamese syllable structure. To test experimentally if something similar also happens in language learning, we then asked speakers of Vietnamese to repeat recordings of French words, and we also asked native speakers of French to repeat recordings of Vietnamese words. Coming back to our example, the one-syllable name Nguyen in Vietnamese becomes the three-syllable name Nguyen in French. Sounds are replaced and added, and the tone gets lost. Short, it really does not sound like the original name anymore, and French speakers are equally creative as Vietnamese speakers. In conclusion, we have found out more about why certain sounds and sound structures are so difficult for specific language learners and which general principles stand behind this. Even though there has been much research on prosody and language contact within the last years, this knowledge has only been poorly transferred and applied to language teaching. Therefore, pronunciation currently does not get the attention in language teaching that it deserves. But there is a happy end to this sad story. Please watch our next video.